The big stone that I pulled out of the ruins a while back using my car, I've brought it over here today to try and weigh it. I'm going to rig it up in a tree. There's a big oak tree just above me, which I previously used. Older followers might remember I used it to weigh a tree stump. But I'm going to try and rig up a pulley system, get a bit of mechanical advantage, because I think this will weigh maybe about 200 kilos. I did briefly consider putting it into a wheelbarrow, but quickly realized that was a terrible idea. So I abandoned that and dragged it over here behind my car again, churning up some of the ground, and then rolled at the final bits. And it's just out of pure curiosity really, no practical reason. It's very unlikely I think I'll ever use this for anything. Maybe way down the line, but it's just so cumbersome for me, so difficult to move it. I don't think it'll be practical for me to use in any of the restoration I'm doing. Step one, rig up a winching point. And just to make it easier for myself, I don't have my extendable ladder. I've only got a step ladder, so I'm gonna have to climb that and then jump, I guess. I wouldn't try this at home. It's not safe, to be honest. I keep on getting bits of lichen in my mouth. They're scraping off these oak branches. There we go, that'll do. I think that should be far enough away from the tree so that the stone can hang without hitting the trunk. Okay, I've abandoned the two pulleys idea already. I'm just gonna have one pulley up there, coming down to another pulley here, and I'm gonna drag it with my car. So no mechanical advantage, but the car is perfectly strong enough to pull it up anyway. I've got this static line, which has minimal stretch, which is what I need for the weight. So I'm going to do a figure of 8 on this to begin with. And then I need the other end of this rope, which is way too long, but it's not dignified, but it is effective. Just about. And then the end of the rope going through another pulley here, and it's anchored to the corner of this old water tank. So that'll be very strong. Various straps on the stone, hanging scales through the straps, figure of 8, rope, going up to pulley on the winching point, down again to another pulley that's attached to this water tank that's now a sort of pond. And then this end here, I'm just going to tie a figure of 8 and tie it to the underside of my car. And there we go. It's not pretty, nor is it sophisticated, but it might work. Is that moving or is something just breaking? I can't tell. I think so far it's just taken up the slack, which is just as well because I hadn't even turned the scales on, which was pretty stupid. Anyway, they are now on, and the stone is still on the ground. Let's see what this car can do. Whoa. No, can't do it. Okay, that is not working. I thought the car would handle it all right, even without any real mechanical advantage, but it's just not. And if I carry on, it's just going to destroy my gearbox. I'm going to have one last try by rejigging this system a bit. I found a third pulley, so I am going to try and get a pulley down here on the stone and a pulley up there, as well as the fixed point, and see if I can make that a bit easier. So we'll need less pulling force. Right, new setup. Pulley here. Fixed point on the right, another pulley on the left. Going down to a pulley again and then to the towing point on the car. Is that going to make enough of a difference? In actual fact, it's only 169 kilos, which is, what is that in pounds? 373 pounds. So that's quite a bit lighter than I thought it would be. I mean, still a hefty chunk to move around by hand, especially without any real grip on it. But my pulley system did have the desired effect and create enough mechanical advantage that the pulling force of the car was enough. So that's a result. I thought it wasn't going to work. You could actually use this as a swing to go swing out over the valley. Not sure how safe that would be, but I mean, it would work. Well, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Now I'm going to get this down before I hurt myself or destroy things. And lastly, a special thank you to my Patreon members who help support this channel and make some of my videos possible. Not this one, because this is nonsense and cost me nothing to make, but the ones that involve a lot of building materials, they do not cost nothing to make. So I'm very grateful for their support. If you want to help support the channel, you can check out the link in the description to the Patreon.